The premiere of Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage Season 2 makes one thing very clear. Georgie Cooper isn't the same kid we met years ago in Young Sheldon. He's grown, he's evolving, and most importantly, he's no longer afraid to take risks. This episode doesn't just show Georgie navigating married life and new responsibilities. It reveals a man who's learning to bet on himself, even when the odds seem stacked against him. It's a subtle but powerful shift in how we understand his character, showing that he's moved beyond simply reacting to life's challenges. Now, he's actively shaping his own future. From the very first scenes of the season, you can feel a change in Georgie's energy. He's more assertive, more confident, and less hesitant about making bold choices. For a character who's often been portrayed as easygoing, sometimes even uncertain, this newfound determination stands out. The writers waste no time establishing this theme. Whether it's in his decisions about work, his family, or how he approaches his marriage to Mandy, Georgie's actions show a man who's not only willing to take chances, he's learning to embrace them as part of his growth. What's striking is how naturally this development feels. It doesn't come across as forced or out of character. Instead, it feels earned. Viewers who followed Georgie through Young Sheldon know that he's always had a mix of charm, wit, and resilience, even if it wasn't always channeled in the right ways. In First Marriage, those same traits are maturing. He's learning how to turn what used to be impulsive behavior into calculated risk-taking, the kind that pushes him forward instead of holding him back. One of the biggest moments that highlight Georgie's willingness to take risks comes early in the episode when he makes a decision that could affect both his personal and professional life. Without giving too much away for those who haven't seen it yet, Georgie steps out of his comfort zone in a way that signals how much he's grown. It's not just about ambition, it's about belief. He believes in himself and in his ability to handle whatever comes next. That kind of confidence doesn't happen overnight. It's built through experience, trial and error. And the premiere does a great job of showing how those lessons from his past are paying off now. What makes this so interesting is how the show uses his relationship with Mandy to highlight this change. Mandy has always been a grounding presence in Georgie's life, someone who challenges him to think things through. Their dynamic in Season 2 continues to evolve as Georgie becomes more proactive. He's no longer just reacting to Mandy's plans or ideas. He's contributing his own, even when they come with risk. It's a sign of a more balanced relationship, one where Georgie is stepping up as a partner rather than just trying to keep up. This shift also mirrors real-life growth that many people experience when transitioning from youth into adulthood. Taking risks is part of growing up, whether it's in your career, relationships, or personal goals. For Georgie, these risks aren't reckless. They're thoughtful, motivated by a desire to build something lasting for himself and his family. That's a big step for someone who used to chase quick opportunities or short-term wins. The show portrays this transformation with care, making it relatable and grounded rather than dramatic or overdone. Steve Holland, the executive producer, has spoken in the past about how Georgie and Mandy's first marriage isn't just about the humor and chaos of young married life. It's about character evolution. The premiere makes that vision clear. Georgie's growth is central to the story, and his new risk-taking mindset serves as both a source of tension and inspiration. It's what keeps the show engaging, because audiences love watching characters change in ways that feel authentic. Another layer to Georgie's risk-taking comes from his family background. Growing up in the Cooper household, Georgie was often overshadowed by Sheldon's intellect and his parents' high expectations. That environment shaped his confidence and decision-making. In First Marriage, we see Georgie reclaiming that part of himself. He's not trying to prove anything to his family anymore. He's making choices for himself and the life he's building with Mandy. That's a huge emotional leap. When someone starts taking risks because they want to, not because they're trying to prove something, that's when true maturity shows up. Montana Jordan, who portrays Georgie, deserves credit for how naturally he captures this evolution. His performance in the Season 2 premiere feels more grounded and self-assured. There's a quiet determination in how he delivers his lines, especially in moments where Georgie has to make a tough call. Jordan's acting reflects that balance between uncertainty and courage, the kind of internal conflict that defines real growth. He manages to make Georgie's confidence believable while still maintaining the warmth and humor that fans love about him. What's particularly smart about the writing in this episode is how it connects Georgie's willingness to take risks with the show's larger themes of love, responsibility, and family. Taking risks isn't just about career or business, it's also about emotional vulnerability. Georgie is learning that opening up, admitting mistakes, and taking chances in his marriage are just as important as the external risks he takes. This emotional dimension makes his character arc richer and more resonant. The premiere also hints at how Georgie's risk-taking might shape future storylines. There's a sense that his decisions will have consequences, some positive, some challenging, but that's what keeps the show grounded in reality. Life doesn't always reward risks immediately, and First Marriage seems ready to explore that complexity. The fact that Georgie is willing to take those chances anyway shows how far he's come since his teenage years. Another interesting detail about this premiere is how it visually reinforces Georgie's transformation. The cinematography and set designs subtly reflect his growing confidence. Scenes involving Georgie often feature brighter lighting or open spaces, symbolizing new beginnings and possibilities. Even small touches, like how he carries himself or interacts with others, suggest a man more in control of his direction. It's the kind of storytelling that doesn't need heavy dialogue to communicate growth. You can feel it in the atmosphere. Fans who have followed Georgie's journey since Young Sheldon are especially likely to appreciate this version of him. In that series, Georgie was often underestimated, even when his instincts were right. He made mistakes, but he also showed flashes of maturity and insight that hinted at his potential. Now, in First Marriage, we're seeing the payoff of that character development. The premiere feels like a statement from the writers that Georgie is stepping into his own story now, one that's not defined by his family or his past, but by his choices. Thematically, the episode also ties into one of the show's biggest questions: what does it mean to take a risk for love and family? Georgie's decisions aren't just about him. They impact Mandy, their future, and the people around them. The writers do a great job of balancing the excitement of risk-taking with the weight of responsibility that comes with it. It's a fine line, and Georgie walks it with growing confidence. That balance is what makes his character feel real. By the end of the premiere, one thing is clear: Georgie's not the kind of person who's going to play it safe anymore. He's learned that playing it safe doesn't always protect you from failure or regret. Sometimes, you have to leap, even if you're not sure where you'll land. And that's exactly what makes him such a compelling protagonist. His willingness to take risks makes him relatable, inspiring, and deeply human. As Georgie and Mandy's first marriage moves forward, it'll be fascinating to see how this theme continues to evolve. Will Georgie's risks pay off? Will they challenge his relationship with Mandy or strengthen it? Those are questions that will likely drive the emotional core of the season. But no matter what happens, this premiere has made it clear: Georgie Cooper isn't afraid anymore. He's ready to take life head-on, even when it's uncertain. In the end, that's what makes Georgie and Mandy's first marriage such a refreshing addition to the franchise. It's not just about connecting to the Big Bang Theory universe. It's about showing growth, courage, and the messy, unpredictable beauty of taking chances. The Season 2 premiere captures that spirit perfectly, and it sets the stage for what could be Georgie's most defining chapter yet. For more videos, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel.